Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Summoner's Rift. We are currently casting the Fnatic vs QG final match from IEM Cologne. Now, let's go ahead and go over our team compositions right now. Over on the side of QG, we have V playing on Fiora for the top lane. We have Swift picking up that Rek'Sai for the jungle. We have LeBlanc being picked up from Doinby going mid. Very aggressive pick. Certainly not something we see terribly often, so very excited about that. We have TNT playing on to this Kalista, going down bottom with her partner Alistar TCT. Facing off against Fnatic, the European heroes, Gamsu taking Malphite for the top lane. Very good pickup against that Fiora. Very difficult to get through that huge amount of armor that he's got. Spirit picking up that Nidalee for a lot of jungle pressure capability. Going to the jungle with that. Taking that new jungle item, the little Spirit Trinket. The Febivin pick of Orianna coming out from middle, taking the Ignite along with him, so he's looking to make a little bit of an aggressive play against this LeBlanc, match the aggression, while still picking a very control mage. And finally, the bottom lane of Reckless and Noxiac. Reckless picking up Misfortune for the second time in this series, I believe, and Noxiac getting his hands on Trundle, that big troll that he's going to try and take to really utilize that pillar and the chomp to just slow all of his opponents down. So as we can see, we've got a bit of a lane swap going out. Seems like it's initiated by the Fnatic squad. V going up into the lane like normal, and out comes a Misfortune with a Trundle behind her. Really going to just push him back immediately, and this is what I really like to see when someone initiates a lane swap. You can't really allow the opposing top laner to have a chance to sit in that lane and get any experience or anything like that. Just instantly push him out of the wave, show him who's boss, say, you ain't gonna stay here. There's two of us, there's one of you, get out of the lane. Go take a walk, go take a walk. Go double jungle with your friend Rek'Sai. So, very good use of their own knowledge of where the players are positioned on the map. But we have Alistar coming up, and level 2 chain from LeBlanc is going to lock up Febivin, and he is easily killed. Alistar getting that position from behind, that's something you just can't let happen when you initiate a lane swap. You know that that Fiora left the lane, went over to go jungle with the Rek'Sai. She's obviously going to be looking with him to make some sort of play, get a little bit of extra farm and stuff, and that really opens up the middle lane for that kind of aggression, and Febivin didn't really have any trinkets out, didn't have any sort of vision around him, so pretty easy for Doinby to just use distortion, throw out those chains, and lock him down for the rest of QG to walk in. And we have a bit of a fast push coming out from both teams. Looks like they're going to trade their tier 1s, top and bottom, respectively. I personally think that is in favor of QG, because getting a push on the opposite side of Baron is very, very effective, because that means that if the time ever comes where this Fiora becomes extremely powerful, we're going to see a situation where she can split push that bottom lane very quickly, really threaten the inhibitors, and then Fnatic has to kind of make a choice. Do we defend this, or do we go defend Baron, make a play there? So I really think this is a bit of an advantage of QG, just a little bit for the early game. They got that extra 400, 500 gold from the First Blood. It's closer to 500. I mean, the 400 goes to the guy, you get a little bit of assist gold, and of course Doinby gets some free farm, while Febivin had to do the walk of shame. The walk of shame after getting First Blooded by, 4 out of 5 members of the enemy team. And speaking of that middle lane, Doinby getting a little bit of harass down onto the Orianna in the mid lane of Febivin, and we see that Thunderlord's Decree came out from him. Once again, that Thunderlord's Decree seems to see a fair bit of action. It's a very powerful mastery end, and I like to see it pretty often. V getting chased around left and right. Looks like Fnatic is making for a quick play to try and take down this tier 1 tower at the bottom lane, even up that bottom lane pressure. In the meantime, QG just lane swap to the other side. They're doing the exact same thing. We have some mirror movements from both teams right now. very conservative play overall. So far, QG's the only one to really make any sort of aggressive plays. But if you pay attention to Spirit's pathing right now, Spirit is consistently staying with his bottom lane and jungling near them. So if anything tries to threaten them, anyone tries to roam on them, or if V tries to come up and defend this tower or stays just a little bit too far forward, then this can happen where we've got Noxiac and Spirit coming from the side. What a good hold on that pillar. Great use of it to knock V back into his team. Wow, that was some good patience by Noxiac on the Trundle. Waits for the flash before he throws that pillar out. He could have very easily just thrown that out right away for the slow, but he waits for V to flash and then uses it to knock him back, really lock down his positioning and keep him from running away. Great play. Love it. Love it. Great use of Trundle. So we're going to have a bit of a tower exchange, finishing up for these teams. And once again, we see minions just... This has been happening to me in solo queue. Has this been happening to you guys too with this new patch? Minions just deciding, hey, I'm tired. I'm going to take a break. I'm just going to sit here, drink some coffee, and oh God. Oh, I just got killed. I wasn't pushing. I wasn't paying attention. It's weird. Minions just kind of standing still doing nothing. I thought that was just me or something, or that was just, uncommon, but here we go seeing it in a professional game. So, oh well. Looking at builds right now, Reckless choosing to go with that BF sword really quickly. A couple of long swords as well. He's got a lot of AD on his side right now, whereas we see TNT on Kalista. Looks like he's built that recurve bow. Looks like he's building towards the Runan's Hurricane. The typical build for Kalista so that he can get that big AoE damage, especially after they nerfed the Blade of the Ruined King a little bit. So it's a little bit of a slightly less efficient item. So, seeing that Runan's Hurricane being brushed makes a lot of sense. Trundle trying to clear that pink ward, but we got Doinby coming over, trying to keep that pink ward alive, keep himself protected. TCT is in the area. Makes it a little bit difficult, but Trundle is a very persistent troll, and he finally finishes off that pink ward and gets his own ward down into the jungle so that he's got a little bit of vision for his team. Fabivin gonna get this blue buff handed over by Spirit. We are just in a farming stage right now. Fabivin down 10 plus CS to Doinby, not really down by too much. Mainly, most of that probably came from getting first blooded, followed by just the incredible pressure that LeBlanc can put down because of just the nature of her abilities and her ability to dodge out on Orianna's attacks. Anytime that LeBlanc just distortions in, Orianna has to start playing defensive, and then if Orianna tries to go aggressive, throws that ball towards her, LeBlanc could just use distortion second active, port herself back, and just dodge the damage. So, seems like Fabivin's having a little bit of trouble keeping up with the aggression from Doinby. Swift coming in. The two-man shockwave is going to hit on Doinby and Swift. Swift is going to guard his mid laner there, and a little bit of damage is going to come down on both of them, but nobody's able to finish off anyone on either side. Reckless comes in, and it looks like Fnatic have a pretty good position to try and get a push on this tower if Fabivin decides he wants to stay, but looks like he's recalling. Seems that everyone's going to reset themselves real quick. Gamsu, currently level 4. Thankfully, he's going to soak a lot of experience up, get a little bit of farm under this tower at the bottom tier 2. He is currently a little bit behind V. I mean, he really needs to play some catch up for a little while. Malphite, not the most useful champion in the world until he hits level 6. Once he gets level 6, gets that unstoppable force under his belt, you're going to see Fnatic really looking to hit this wombo combo with Gamsu going in with unstoppable force and Fabivin having a shockwave ready to follow up, even with Reckless using that Misfortune ultimate. What is that? Is it Fire at Will, I think it's called? Maybe even dropping Make It Rain on top of them. And even Noxiac can have a really good follow-up with Trundle by using the pillar to make it difficult for anyone to move out of that area. So they have a very good team setup for some big 5v5 plays. That pillar is really doing work right now, keeping people out of position, slowing them down. I can see why Trundle has become a much more contested pick as of late. This guy's annoying. This guy is so annoying to play against. Look. Well, Gamsu finally hits level 6. Unstoppable Force is ready. He does have Teleport ready, so he can join the action at any time. And Fnatic are the first ones to look towards getting a Dragon. Seems that at IAM Cologne, Dragon hasn't been the most, pressing of matters for teams, as generally the games have been ending relatively fast. A lot of teams haven't even had the chance for a 5th Dragon. People are just ending the games so quickly. Walking towards a big mid-fight pressure and then snowballing off of that towards the end rather than playing carefully defensively and trying to ramp up. So we'll see if that Dragon really comes into play here. Obviously, the first Dragon buff that you get, pretty important, a little bit of an AD and an AP boost for the team. It's not going to be terribly important right now, but every little bit does help, and as the game goes, it's going to scale a little bit more for them, and a little bit more, until it becomes, a little bit of a noticeable factor for that little 8%. So looking back at how we doing right now, we got just a big farm fest, really. Everyone's poking each other a little bit. A lot of vision control going down around this middle lane. Look at all these wards coming from QG around the middle lane. They've got this nice little line over here on the top side of the brush down there, so they can see any sort of entrance. Spooky Ghost coming out from Doinby. He's going to hit the chains, and he's going to have to run away from Fabivin because Noxiac is there as well. Fabivin gets a really good trade there. He's able to hit that return damage very quickly onto Doinby, and I'd say he gets the better of the trade if he didn't flash, but unfortunately he did use that summoner spell. Well, with that damage down on Doinby, Fnatic make a very quick move to try and get a push down onto this middle lane. Meanwhile, Reckless farming in the top lane, V farming in the bot lane. So right now, it's a little favorable to Fnatic because Reckless is really getting a lot of this solo farm, these solo levels, and he's going to become a very strong AD carry very quickly at this rate. V, on the other hand, is it's kind of hard to say. I kind of want to say that V has a very good ability to kill Reckless and chase him down, seeing as he's Fiora and Reckless is Misfortune. Not the most mobile of champions once she's taken a hit. While she's got strut up, she can run away pretty well. But once she takes a hit, perhaps V's going to be the one that they want to farm on a little bit more than say TNT if we were to swap the situation. It looks like we got a setup. Spooky Ghost once again come out, but that traffic cone says, nope, there is no passing right here. You are not going to do anything more, LeBlanc. You go back to that little hidey hole you came out from. So we've got just a little bit of back and forth still. Nothing really coming of the back and forths right now. Still 2 towers to 2 towers, nothing but the outer tier 1s. The only real advantage coming out right now is a minor gold lead for QG, mainly from the First Blood bonus gold, and a dragon lead, 1-0 for Fnatic. So really slow-paced, really methodical game for both sides, both of them playing very safely. Honestly, I kind of want to say this favors Fnatic overall because they've got the really control-oriented picks on their team. They've got the Malphite, the Orianna, even the Trundle. All of them have a lot of very control-based spells and abilities that are going to ramp up towards the late game and really become powerful. Whereas on the other side with QG, I mean, Fiora's extremely strong in 1v1s and even very good in a team fight situation if she's positioned correctly and everything, but she's not quite going to have this big scary impact that Malphite has by just existing. So seems like right now Fnatic might be favored for the rest of this game because they've got this really slow game going on, and that seems to be their game plan for the most part. Now, in the meantime, QG got a little bit of a pressure down on that mid lane, but that's not necessarily going to last too long. That was because Fnatic took their time to chase Swift out of their own jungle, try and get a little bit of map presence back on that top side. As you can see, QG really favoring wards all around this middle lane. You can see those little red dots on the minimap all over around the Fnatic jungle entrances and exits right there, so that they can see if anyone tries to help Forbidden out. And they're going to keep pressuring him, keep poking him down as much as possible, while getting a little bit of a split on this bottom side. And it doesn't look like the traffic cone is going to stop TNT from running away. Swift is there just in case anyone wants to, walk a little too far forward and get attacked by the land shark there. Once again, a little bit of poke from both sides. QG gets a little bit more tower damage down every time. So right now, in the map presence game, QG is doing wonders and working very well as a unit right now. Anytime that Fnatic gets a little bit split apart, QG immediately takes advantage of that, runs to a lane and gets a little bit more chip damage onto these towers, just a little more every time. Eventually, the towers will fall. It's not like they're gonna heal back to full health or anything. So taking a quick look at items, it looks like the Ravenous Hydra has been finished by Fiora. We've got an attack going in from both sides. Spirit's going to get a lot of damage onto TNT, but not able to finish him off. Forbidden is going to get dove by Doinby, just barely taken out before he's able to get a shield up again. Doinby gets unstoppable. Force Gamsu getting revenge for his mid laner, using that flash the teleport, the flash, and the ultimate, all needing to be used, but he is able to get that counter kill onto the LeBlanc. Very good. Forbidden, unfortunately, his flash came off cooldown just a little bit too late, wasn't able to dodge that hefty amount of damage from the LeBlanc. Swift with the flash rise, and we get a flash pulverize from the Alistar. These knockups keeping people locked down, hits Reckless into the team. The challenge is going to be put out onto Gamsu, and too many people on him. He is not able to walk himself out. Even the traffic cone doesn't stop the QG team from advancing forward and taking down Gamsu right after a beautiful tandem of flash plays from Swift and TCT. That was just a perfect example of QG's ability to take advantage of this really ultimate-based team of Fnatic. Fnatic is very based off of their strengths are really in the AoE ultimates that they have. The Unstoppable Force, the Shockwave, the I want to say it's Fire at Will for Misfortune. I'm sorry, guys, I don't know it off the top of my head. I'm a dummy, and I don't have anyone here to tell me what it is, so we'll just pretend it's called Fire. Well, stop telling me I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong. Anyway, without these tools available to them, QG is able to really take advantage and able to get that two-man, that instant flash knock-up, and then the follow-up from Alistar right away. Beautiful. Fnatic, on the other hand, takes advantage of QG splitting across the map and having to recall in various areas. All pile in is 5, take that Rift Herald, get that little bit of a boon for their own team, get a little bit of a big map pressure down in that top area around Baron. If you take a look at all of the ward position, Fnatic has just littered this topside jungle with wards all around this Baron area as the 20-minute mark is close to coming up. So they really have a lot of precedence onto this area. They really don't want QG to sneak into Baron because they have Fiora, they have Kalista, and they are two very, very quick Baron takers, and Kalista is very, very good at just securing that Baron once she has enough Ren stacks in on that. So we see Fnatic taking a lot of map presence there, a lot of wards put down in that top area. QG, as you can see, also recognizing that the 20-minute mark's coming up, they put all of their units into this top area, dancing back and forth between the top and mid area, taking the jungle as they do. leaving wards behind so that they can see the pathways of the Fnatic team as they come through. Beautiful. I really like this set of plays where both teams are just like, hey, it's Baron time. 20 minutes. Let's run into their jungle and place a bunch of wards. and it worked for both of them. So now they both have very good information on where their opponents might be heading towards and if their opponents are heading towards the jungle whatsoever. Oh, Doinby covering a lot of ground. Spooky Ghost Spirit is not going to be finished off. Heals himself up, gets the shield from Orianna. Wow. Doinby covered so much ground so quickly and just bursted Spirit, almost to death. So we can see LeBlanc's getting a little bit strong and a little bit difficult to deal with. I mean, this is the mid-game power spike that QG is kind of looking for. Looking to work with, really, with this LeBlanc. So she has her Frost Queen's claim, so she has the Spooky Ghost active, make it very easy to seek out her targets from afar and slow them. And then she has that Abyssal Scepter and even the cooldown reduction boots, the Boots of Lucidity, so that she can very quickly get on top of them, reduce their magic resist, and do tons of damage. There's a lot of pressure coming out from this LeBlanc, to be honest. This is a bit of a scary moment for the slightly squishier picks on the Fnatic side. We don't really have a lot of health or magic resist coming out on Gamsu even. So pretty much everyone, unstoppable force on Doinby and V. Is anyone going to show up to follow up? Spirit tries to hit a spear. He is unable to spirit. It being Doinby. Oh, that's a play on words. Deal with it, nerds. It is beautiful. And the tower is left with one poke. I believe that tower has like 10 health, maybe 3 health. It has 1 health. It has a magic pixel of health. It has 1/5 of a health bar. There we go. Doinby's able to push up and finish it off. Unstoppable force on cooldown right now, so let's see if QG looks to make a play during the next minute that is down. They could really, try and rush Baron or anything like that. Probably not. It's already halfway off cooldown. They probably don't want to make an overly aggressive play. Doinby once again just looks extremely scary right now to this Fnatic team. I don't see an Aegis on their side. I don't see any magic resist items on their side for anyone. Finally, we have a Giant's Belt finished on Gamsu, so he's going to get a little bit more health to be able to tank up through that damage and that burst, but I don't see any item whatsoever on the Fnatic side to help deal with this LeBlanc, who is at the moment extremely powerful and just finished a Rod of Ages, is about to start getting it stacked up. Apparently, it looks like Doinby is looking to ride this out to the long game, play the long con. We got the Spooky Ghost coming out to catch Reckless. Reckless is trying to fight back against Doinby. Doinby's just going to wait for backup to arrive, and there's 4 people here. Reckless, you are caught out a little bit too far away from your team. Nobody's able to help you if you're that far away from them. And QG are going to come take this red buff as well. Really just playing the map better than Fnatic right now. QG taking advantage of the mispositions of the Fnatic squad. Reckless out a little bit too far, playing a little bit too reckless. I know it's your namesake guy, but you gotta know when to hold him and know when to fold him, and you should have folded about 20 seconds ago before they walked into you. QG continues to just keep a lot of vision down throughout the Fnatic bottom side overall. They had that brief moment at the 20-minute mark where Baron spawned, and they're like, ooh, let's get a lot of vision down, but they haven't really done anything near Baron since then. Neither have Fnatic, to be honest. It seems like they've both forgotten that Baron really exists too much. Fnatic's keeping wards and keeping tabs on it, but they're a little scared to go in and try and sneak it themselves. A big part of that is that Farsight totem trinket, making it very much easier to to kind of sniff out these Barons if they start getting suspicious about anything. But at the moment, Fiora's in the bottom side. She probably has teleport up. She does have teleport up. Never mind. Nobody's ever going to take this Baron. But a thing to mention, Fiora herself, 60 CS above this Malphite, above her counterpart for the top lane. She is a farming machine right now. Doinby getting a little pressure down. Nothing's going to come of this. She's just... Wow, she's actually going to get the flash out of him. Swift comes for the flank, but is unable to get them up. A good flash by Forbidden to keep from getting knocked up by that. The Traffic Cone comes out on TCT. He's going to have to pop the Unbreakable Will. Doinby getting a little bit of poke. Swift, where are you going? Unstoppable Force. He's stunned out. Taken down. A dodge from Spirit, keeping Doinby from hitting him. The chase is coming down. Is the pillar coming out? Yes, it is. Doinby is getting slowed down. Nobody's able to commit too close to him. And it looks like that's going to be the end of it. Swift, why did you run away from your team? Oh my god, that QR from Doinby. Wow, the Fire at Will from Reckless is going to finish off Doinby. We've got a lot of damage coming out. TCT gets hit by the spear. He's going to get taken out. Zonius from Spirit keeping himself alive. Exhaust on TNT. Is he going to be able to get out? He gets so many stacks off. He's not going to get the rend off. He has to flash. He has to flash before Reckless finishes him off. What a chase down by Fnatic. They finish Swift off and pull the trigger under the tower. That was a beautiful shockwave into the Fire at Will. I want to see this replay. Let's see it. Fire at Will just coming down. Look at that damage. There's the shockwave to finish off Doinby. V takes a shit ton of damage. If not for that knock-up from TCT, I'm pretty sure TNT would have died as well. That was a beautiful pulverize from TCT, knocking 3 people into the air and stunning them. Swift once again a little deep in no man's land, but he's just getting some wards down and getting out of there quickly. Swift making a bit of an overstep, you know. I'm not sure why he took to the side near that wall. I guess his tunnel was about to come right back off cooldown. He was going to try and use it to go through the wall, be a slick guy, but Gamsu, Fnatic willing to really commit that unstoppable force to pull Swift out of the fight and turn it into a 4v5 and take advantage of QG missing a man. We've once again got some vision wars going down around Baron. Fnatic really keeping tabs on Baron at all times of this game. Like, I don't care if they're beaten, bloody, and battered. Fnatic are going to get wards down onto that Baron. It is their mission in life to make sure that Baron has some little wards next to him. And they are succeeding in that mission right now. Unfortunately, they're still down by 1,000 gold or so. Doinby getting a little bit of a poke on Forbidden. Forbidden's probably one of the worst players for him to try and throw poke down onto. He does have those Merc treads for a little bit of extra MR, and he does have that shield for himself, so a little bit of poke on him is probably going to be it's definitely going to be much less powerful than some poke on other people. Spirit wisely picks up a Negatron cloak. We start seeing a little bit of MR coming out for these guys. As we saw last time, Spirit got hit with a QR and an auto attack from Doinby for the Thunderlord's Decree proc, and it nearly murdered him. It nearly killed him just from that. So right now, Fnatic is just holding down QG and dominating this vision war. They are anytime that they see a ward go down from QG, they are instantly over there and they're sweeping it. They are like clockwork, just walking over, taking it down, and putting up another ward. Every time that QG puts down a ward, they clear it and put up one of their own. Fnatic has all of the vision in this jungle on the top side. And not only that, a beautiful position for this tier 2 tower. What a strong push from those creeps. 2 cannon waves put together make short work of a tower when they're just left there to attack it. The tier 3 tower is also going to take a little bit of damage. Spooky Ghosts come out, not really going to make anything come of it. LeBlanc just trying to put some poke down on whoever she can hit. Nidalee keeping everyone's health alive with that primal surge for the heal. And right now, both teams really want to try and make sure that they don't get flanked. Fnatic especially, trying to make sure that people like Swift, people like TCT aren't able to get a flank onto them and get a knock up on multiple people. And it looks like Fnatic are going to slowly pull back from this push. They think they're getting poked out just a little bit too much by Doinb. I kind of agree. Doinb's putting down some pretty good pressure. Very, very low cooldowns on his spells, so he's able to just keep using distortion to jump in, throw a poke, jump right back out. And Fnatic peel off, go over towards the dragon. It looks like QG is going to take this time to get a little bit more farm, a little bit of lane presence back onto the side waves here, and maybe put down a little bit of vision of their own around this Baron area. Pulling out, Doinb just poking around, clearing these pink wards, and it's a good play, good conservative play by QG to not really try and contest the dragon or anything, just to slowly put a little bit of vision back into this top area. Fnatic, in the meantime, take that second dragon, and over this period of time, they're ahead 2 towers, have closed that gold gap, but at the same time, if you take a look at the big difference of where that gold gap is coming from, where we look at V, nearly 100 CS ahead of Gamsu. He's 80 CS ahead. He's reaching what is known as the Flame Horizon. The Flame Horizon obviously being named after, Flame, where he gets 100 CS ahead of his opponents and just crushes it. So, once again, Vision Wars. Vision Wars, Vision Wars, Vision Wars. Nobody wants to fight this game, so let's put down wards. This is a really, really conservative match where everything is balancing on a razor's edge, and if one team gets just a little bit too far out, we've seen that every time one team gets a little too far out, the other team quickly capitalizes on it, gets a pick off or two, and then pushes a tower. But since no one's really getting caught out right now, everyone's being very conservative, waiting for Flash to be up, waiting for ultimates to be up, especially on this Fnatic side. No big commits until now. Fnatic putting half of that tier 3 tower's health instantly taken down. Reckless is just a wrecking ball for these towers. He was able to put down so much damage. Gets that primal surge from Nidalee, that Nidalee E to give himself some more attack speed, and he's able to chew through towers very quickly. He has a lot of damage with that, the Infinity Edge, the Essence Reaver, the gun there. I'm sorry, I forgot the name of the gun. It's a new item. I took the time to make sure I looked up all the items and knew all the names of those items, and I had memorized them, I had played with them, I even made sure to play AD carry for a few games so that I would memorize these items, and I am not someone who likes to play AD carry that much. I'm a very selfish person, and I don't like laning with other people because those filthy, filthy people might touch my creeps, and they belong to me. But, I played it, and I cannot for the life of me remember that. Look at Swift. This guy, I gotta commend Swift. This guy is a ballsy, ballsy player. He continuously cutting off creeps, saying, "Hey, you guys wanna tussle? You guys wanna fight? Nope, I'm just gonna tunnel out of here. You can't follow me. I got a dead man's plate and a tunnel and a dream." And he just continues to pull this Fnatic team left and right, and making it very difficult for them. Haven't really seen a lot of cross-map play being used until about now. QG really making use of Fiora being so far ahead of this Malphite. Speaking of which, she is currently down bottom. Trundle has been sent back to try and help deal with her. And instantly, QG sees this and they start heading towards Baron, trying to actually start it. I thought they were just going to take more Baron control, but we have something happening. Something's actually happening. Baron has been started by QG. They're getting a lot of stacks down for Rend for this Kalista. Are they going to stay in this Baron? Fnatic is showing up, and it looks like they're going to back off. Oh no, Doinby misses his distortion. Never mind, he gets out. Fiora takes the tier 3 tower down at bottom. Fnatic teleported in already. Fiora's going to get that inhib. Oh my god, Swift steals the Baron. Fnatic's entire fight was for nothing. Fiora teleported in. Wait. The inhibitor's still alive, but Fiora teleported in. Well, she pulled Fnatic apart. Fnatic is trying to stay together, and Fabiven's going to get TCT in the end. A lot of flashing red bars on the side of QG. Spooky Ghost come out. Doinby is got distortion up. Okay, he's going to get out. Did Fiora leave before finishing the inhibitor? Why? I'm sorry, guys. Wow, I thought for sure they were going to get that inhibitor. In fact, V's still she's putting pressure down on the mid lane. At least they've got the Baron, so they've got a good chance to get this chase down from Doinby. The ethereal chains pop onto Noxiac, keeping him in place. TNT takes a lot of damage. Doinby going back in onto Reckless. This guy is fearless right now. Fabiven keeping a good Swift from out of nowhere. He's able to use Void Rush and then the tunnels to get up there quickly. Doinby putting so much damage down. The chain hits onto Gamsu. He has to Unstoppable Force to get out of there. Doinby's chasing them down. Where's Fiora? V! What are you doing? V, why are you in the jungle? You were pushing mid lane so well. Why didn't you just rotate to bottom and finish the inhibitor? Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's recap what happened. V was attacking the inhibitor and then teleported in to try and do the Baron fight, which he didn't need to do because Swift was able to steal it anyway, and the Baron was dead by the time he teleported in the first place. They didn't get any kills on Fnatic, so that didn't matter. Then he was pushing mid, and then once again QG tries to do a chase down top lane, and V decides, I'm gonna walk towards top lane through the jungle while my team chases them out of the jungle instead of continuing to push. What the heck happened, V? You were the chosen one. You were the one sent. You were chosen to push that inhibitor and kill it, and you had so much opportunity to do so. Sure, I can understand the teleport in for the Baron fight. You kind of pulled Fnatic back in a way, and you were able to really split their attention and split their focus off of the fight. But what happened when Doinby was chasing people out of the jungle? You didn't have to be a part of that. Why weren't you pushing? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm dwelling on this a little bit much, but my mind just went boosh. Okay. On the bright side, he has reached the Flame Horizon. He is over 100 CS ahead of this Malphite. He is truly the one to split push, and probably should split push more until the inhibitor is dead at the bottom side. You know, they could make use of Baron, but they're a little bit busy farming split across the map. But at this point, we've got a Thornmail finished onto Gamsu. It's quite possible that V is going to have a little bit of trouble dealing with him. The Thornmail and the Randuins and the Frozen Heart, that is so much armor, a fair bit of health, the return damage, the critical damage reduction. Gamsu is very difficult to kill in a 1v1 against another AD champion. Now, Fiora cheats and has true damage, so she might be able to pull it off. I mean, we're not going to say Fiora can't kill someone. Fiora's pretty good at killing stuff, especially in a 1v1. She is the master duelist, after all, and she is level 18 to Gamsu just hitting 16, so it's very possible for V to finish off Gamsu in a 1v1, or at the very least, force Fnatic to send someone back and help him. So I hope to see some cross-map play from QG and make use of this Fiora being so far ahead of the Malphite. After all, they don't want to group up and get wombo comboed by the Unstoppable Force, the Shockwave, and just all of this AoE damage that the Fnatic team has to throw out at them. Not just AoE damage, but AoE lockdown. Oh, there we go. There we go. V's hitting the inhibitor this time. Now, yep. Okay. All right. Keep hitting the inhibitor. Don't worry, Gamsu. No, sweetie, no. Oh, sweetie, you could have hit the inhibitor a little more. Spear gonna come out. V is going to get chased down. Oh, parries that. Gets knocked up by the unstoppable force, which does no damage. And V's going to flash back. Spirit not quite able to finish him off. The grand challenge was issued, but not finished. TCT looks like he's going to be the sacrificial lamb. He flashes over the wall, and Spirit does not chase him down. QG has position on the top and middle towers. Reckless has died in the meantime, but it doesn't look like QG's going to finish off any of these towers. Wait. Teleport coming in from V. Maybe they're going to finish off this middle tier 3. Finally, something goes down. Finally, something goes down in favor of QG, and they take advantage of the situation. And it looks like this middle inhibitor is going to be finished off. We've got V posturing on the bottom inhibitor. Will Fnatic be able to stop this one from going down? I don't think they will. It looks like finally that gets taken down. That inhibitor's lifespan was increased by about 6 minutes for no reason whatsoever, but it finally dies. I can't believe they left it up for so long. Oh, what happened? Spooky Ghost hit Reckless. Doinby's pretty far away. Why are you recalling? They could see you. Was Reckless disrespecting? Reckless, were you disrespecting under the tower? While your entire team was nowhere near you to help you? Did you know LeBlanc does damage? Because she does damage, sir. She does a lot of damage. And unfortunately, Reckless was killed for recalling at the tower with vision on him and a slow. Okay, that happened. Well, now that we've got our heads on straight after that weird chain of events, which has resulted ultimately in Fnatic being down the middle and bottom inhibitors, Baron coming up in another couple of seconds, and Fnatic has to make a choice on whether to pull the trigger on this Baron very quickly or to go back and split push to defend their middle and bottom lanes, because those lanes are going to get destroyed by super minions very quickly. Fnatic can't play this back and forth game right now. They can't do it. They're allowed to, clear. They've got a decent pathway through this middle lane, but this bottom lane is barreling down on their base, and it's going to hit very hard very soon. Gamsu can go back, but he is not the ideal person for clearing out waves. He's able to do some okay AoE damage, but he's not going to crush the wave very quickly. He's not like the Fiora. The thing about Malphite is he's not Fiora. He's not able to just clear his way through a wave very quickly using the Ravenous Hydra cleave. And it looks like QG are going to be the team to take the initiative and put the damage down onto Baron, pull out that teleport from Gamsu very quickly, and they instantly back off. Fnatic are committing to the Baron. Never mind, they're just taking damage from the Baron. They're back and forth. Are they going to commit? Looks like they're looking for the Baron. They're trying to dodge any sort of spells being thrown at them and keep TCT out from charging in with a headbutt pulverize onto multiple people, or even a flash pulverize. Keeping them slowed. Fnatic taking a fair bit of damage from this Baron and the poke from the LeBlanc. How low is the Baron? I can't see. Reckless isn't hitting it. It's just Noxiac and Gamsu, and those guys don't deal a lot of damage. It's still 5,000 health. There's no way. Swift with the flank out of nowhere, and then the flash pulverize from TCT. Fnatic is going down left and right. Another pulverize, headbutt pulverize is going to take down Fabivin. Reckless is the last man left alive, and he's not even going to finish off Swift. QG ace Fnatic, losing absolutely no one in this Baron fight, and that's the game. That's the game. Fnatic surrendered. The bottom wave of super minions was going to push him in. Wow, what an insane end to that game. I can't believe Fnatic didn't commit to anything. There was so much back and forth. All right, well, that is the end of the game. QG has taken the victory over Fnatic. I would have thought Fnatic would be the favorites in this match, too. Let's go ahead and send it over to our professional analyst desk, me with Puppet Theater. Take it away, me! All right, welcome back to the most professional casting portion ever. So we're going to analyze two parts of this game that are weird. But first of all, we had this happen. Boom, boom, Well, looky here. I found myself a poor, lost inhibitor. And me and my apparently southern accent for the day seem to be able to end your life. But what? Is that a battle? Is that a battle I see going on there? Teleport time! Fiora! Away! Whoosh! Whoosh! Staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive. Avoid copyright. We're gonna stop now. Copyrights need to be avoided. And then there's the end of the game fight at Baron, which was weird because QG shows up and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna do Baron. We're gonna do wait. Is that Fnatic? Let's back off just a little bit." And Fnatic's like, stop it. We're gonna do Baron, and you're gonna sit there and let us." All right, what's the plan, guys? Okay, Trundle, Malphite, you two, get up there. Get up in Baron. Start hitting him. All right. So, are we gonna commit to Baron all as 5, or are we gonna like peel off and fight them? And then the shot caller, I have no clue. No, we're going to sit here and watch you guys fight Baron and tank it. That's brilliant!
I follow you to hell, Commander!
Get him! Push, 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 Baron, push, push. Oh, stop it, you guys. It kinda hurts. You're like slapping me and stuff. And Fnatic's just like, alright, remember guys, we gotta stay together. Huddle together for warmth. If we huddle together for warmth, we can keep them from freezing us with their icy cold hearts. These evil QG people. And that's when Rek'Sai came along the side. He's like, ooh, this is my moment.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
And Malphite and Trundle are like, oh, this looks kind of bad. And the rest of the members of QG are like, ha, this is perfect. More knockups, more AoE. Orianna's like, oh, I gotta get the hell out of here, Flash. Miss Fortune's like, Flash. Nidalee's like, oh, guys, no? Oh my god, LeBlanc. Boosh, boosh, boosh. And then Nidalee is like, I'm dead. Dead already. Dead. Go away, Nidalee, you're dead. And Trundle and Malphite jump in to action and try and fight back, but it's too late. By this time, Kalista and Alistar have made a wonderful pact with each other and gone off-screen to murder Orianna in cold blood. And she's like, no, help me, please. They're dragging me away. And then Wilhelm screamed her way to death. And then Kalista and Alistar came back covered in the blood and oily guts of Orianna, who is thoroughly off-screen. That way they could come back and try to finish off the last guys as Fiora finishes off beating Trundle to death, and LeBlanc blows Malphite into tiny little rock pieces, and the best buddies ever are like, no, even our friendship wasn't strong enough to win. We always move together. No, we're dead. And then they disappeared forever off of the face of the earth, and Miss Fortune's like, well, we could probably talk about... No, not the face. Not the face! And then her face got deleted and exploded, and she burst off the scene. She went, Whoa! And then disappeared forever. And QG all high-fived each other, and they went to go get a milkshake, but Fnatic thought they were going to take their base, and they decided to surrender in the end. And that's how the game ended. Well, that was kind of weird. I don't know why Fnatic decided to just let people tank Baron forever, but that happened. And, well, there we go. You guys asked for it. There's your puppet theater. Enjoy. We're going to throw it... Oh, wait, what's that? Oh, we were able to contact Swift. Swift was the Rek'Sai for QG, and he's like, hey, guys... And we're going to go ahead and give him a nice little interview. Swift, your participation in that game and initiation opened up to the defeat of Fnatic. In this changing meta, how did you know that Rek'Sai was the right pick to take?
Tunnel Snakes rule. We're the Tunnel Snakes. That's us. And we rule.